Hello. So now I will be explaining a special method where we can find roots by extremum value conditions. Now this, why I am telling a special method, because by this method sometimes we can find equations in which one part is trigonometric and another part is algebraic. That we call those type of equations we call algebro-trigonometric equations, which are not solvable, but we can find a number of solutions of those equations by extremum value conditions. Second type of questions will come, we can have more than one variable but single equation. From algebraic point of view, if there are n number of unknowns, we must have n number of equations, so that system of equation is solvable for n variables. For example, you have two unknowns x and y, you must have two equations. If there are three unknowns x, y, z, you must have three equations. But in trigonometry, sometimes a single equation is given and there may be more than one unknown. Still it is solvable because of this extremum value conditions. So whenever this type of situation arises, you must immediately go for extremum value conditions. Let us take few examples. First example is, if I say that sine x plus or x1 plus sine x2 plus sine x3 is equal to 3. Then find value of cos x1 plus cos x2 plus cos x3. This is how much? So now let us focus here. Sin x1 plus sin x2 plus sin x3 is equal to 3. What is the highest value of sin theta? 1. So that means this is possible only if this is having highest value, this is having highest value, this is having highest value. Then only it can be 3. For example, take one case when this is suppose half. That means sum of these two must be 2.5, which is not possible because their maximum value is 1 and 1. So this, for this to exist, they must have the extremum value. What is extremum value? We know sin x is always less than 1. So this gives that sin x1 must be equal to sin x2 must be equal to sin x3. In this particular case, all three must be equal to 1. So from here we can get that x1 is equal to x2 is equal to x3, all must be equal to pi by 2. And when this is pi by 2, our cos will be 0. So 0, 0, 0. So my answer will be 0. Let us take next example. From here, you can generalize this. Summation of sin theta I is equal to 1 to n is equal to n. And where n is some natural number. Then find value of summation of cos theta I is equal to 1 to n. So answer will be 0. This is just generalization of this problem. Next example, if sin 4x minus tan 4x is equal to 1, then find x. So think about this question carefully. Sin 4x minus tan 4x equal to 1, we have to solve this trigonometric equation. So let us rewrite this equation. Write sine 4x is equal to 1 plus tan 4x. Now power is even in both cases, power is not odd, power is even, that means this quantity is positive, so this will be always greater than 1. So when this will be equal to 1? When tan x is 0. If tan x is 0, sine will be 0. That means this sine 4x can be equal to 1. But at the moment when this is equal to 1, right hand side is 1, this x must be 0, and if x equal to 0, this is 0. So this equation will have no solution. Because for this to exist, tan x must be 0. When tan x is 0, this will be 0, not greater than 1. So this equation will have no solution. So this type of questions you can solve. Next question is, let us find value, solve question number 4. Sin square x plus cos square y is equal to 2 sec square z. See, this is a very special problem which can be done by trigonometric methods only. Other methods will not work because there 3 variables are there, x, y, z, single equation. So you have to be careful. This sin square x lie between 0 to 1, highest value is 1. This also lie between 0 to 1. X and y are independent, separately they can have. So this value is 1, and this sec square is always greater than 1. We know that sec square theta is always greater than 1. So if you observe here, right hand side, sin square x is always less than 1, cos square y is always less than 1. That means sin square x plus cos square y. See, both angles are not same. When x is pi by 2, y can be 0. So both are less than 2. And at the same time, sec square z or theta is greater than 1. That means 2 sec square z will be greater than 2. So you can see left hand side is less than 2, right hand side is greater than 2. It is not possible. So this implies that this will be equal to this if and only if sin square x plus cos square y is equal to 2, and this is also equal to 2 sec square z. Because left hand side, you can see left hand side is less than 2 and right hand side is greater than 2. So for equality to exist, they must be equal to 2. Now you can solve like this, extremum value condition. So from here you will get this must be 1, this must be 1. So sin square x is equal to 1, cos square y is equal to 1, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, and sec square z must be equal to 1. This will give the answer. From here you can find. Either you can find a general solution or principal solution, whatever you want. So sin square x is equal to 1. So x is equal to pi by 2. Suppose I want to find principal solution, or minus pi by 2, or n pi plus pi by 2 will work here. So in general, x is equal to n pi plus pi by 2, y is equal to 0, or pi n pi. So x is equal to n pi plus minus pi by 2. Y is equal to cos square y is equal to 0. So you can write y is equal to n pi here in this particular case, n pi plus minus 0. Sec square z is equal to 1. So cos square z is 1, same equation. So z is equal to also n pi. Pi, 2 pi, 3 pi value can be there. So these are the solutions of these equations by method of extremum value conditions.